Hold on a second.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. One. You can kind do the fake, you keep nice.
Lift their neck. Hi all, Aid from Which Bike here again, sitting in my little studio of fun. Now today I want to talk about something which is really important to me, and something which actually fundamentally saved me from injury, and that is Airvest airbag technology. Now what I'd like to talk about, because they were one of the first on the scene, now got a full range of superb products, and more importantly I actually use one of their products, the GP Air, which goes over your levers with the hump, on a track day in Donnington, which you have now seen. I'll put a link below. And that Airvest, well, talk about timing and fate. I was there with the Airvest, kindly sent by them to give it a test and see how it felt, etc. And I mean, would you believe it? Okay, it was raining, but I had a high side, and this bike prevented some serious injuries. Now the whole point of airbag technology, a bit like having a car, is to save you. I mean, it's an absolute no-brainer. Now we wear seatbelts in the car now, they're mandatory, and nearly every car made in the last 15-20 years has a variety of airbags to protect you in the event of a collision. And that's a car. They are 20, 50, 100 times safer than a motorcycle. So why are we not investing in ourselves, investing in our safety for the sake of ourselves, our family and loved ones, and investing in airbag technology to protect us? It seems like an absolute no-brainer. And the price of which now is only we're going to pay for the silly little bits, and I'm guilty of this, of putting silly little bits on our bike to make them look better, which add nothing to us at all. Why stop your insurance at the bike? Why not insure your own safety and get an airbag? Now historically, going back, they were all bright yellow. Now I'm a good fan of high vis, but I must admit I don't wear it, but it's fantastic if you wear it. It helps. Everything that helps 1, 2, 5, 10, 20% helps you survive on a motorcycle. And now there's a fantastic range in all different colours, in all different sizes, of a variety of airbags. So here's their brochure, and you can see inside here the huge variety now of tops that they do. So there really is something for every occasion, whether you're track, tourer or road sport rider. There is something that you're going to love and is going to be perfect for you. And you can even buy spares. If you've got more than one bike, get more than one strap. So all you have to do is put your top on, trunk it in, and you're ready to go. You've got some which are full jackets. You've got some which are just vests, which you can put on over or underneath existing garments. And what I wanted to show you today was the Turtle 2. Cracking name. So here it is. This is in the, what I'd say, a normal black colour, which obviously goes with everything, and it fits quite sveltly. I'll show you the clip of me having my accident, which you may have seen already. This is just the clip of the high side, and you can see, as soon as you see me on the camera after I get up, this is in fact deployed, and the air has done its job and protected me from any upper body injuries. Fantastic. What a test. Now once it's deployed, and they will offer spares, and you can buy more spares, you just have to simply replace this cartridge, and it's actually a very simple operation indeed. It's kind of a plug and play, twist, it locks in, and then it's ready to rock and roll again. So I'm going to now go and put this on, and let's see what I think of it as I'm riding. Okay, so I've got the Helite Turtle 2 Airvest on. It's extremely comfortable. When you're riding it, you don't even notice it. Like with your helmet really, just dissipates after a while. So this is it. It attaches with these 3 clips here. Nice and simple, no zips to worry about. Now this is the important bit. This bit needs to connect to the bike. Now you actually want this as near to your body, as high up the bike as possible, somewhere around this sort of area. The closer it is, the less it's got to move to deploy the airbag. Now in my case, I'll remove the seat, and this bit needs attached to your frame, something that's not going to give way or break in the slightest accident. Just make sure it's tight. Now with trial and error, you'll know the best length of this to make it easy for you to hook this in and off when you get on the bike. And here it is. Now one thing I would say is to be aware that this plastic clip in here could melt on the heat of the engine. So when you're off the bike, always keep it somewhere off away from there so it doesn't melt. So I actually put it here. Now the benefit of putting it there when I finished with it is that I immediately see it, you can't miss it. So it reminds me to click for that every trip. So when you're ready to go out, just click up these 3 buckles. Bish bash and bosh. Get on the bike, click on it, and there you go. Now when you come off and your body departs from the bike, this will pull down, effectively releasing this ball, which then shoots the air into the jacket. Now the air in this particular jacket is going to shoot up all around your chest, give you protection for all these important organs, up over your shoulders, and this puffs up, supporting your neck in the event of an accident, which is critically important. And it goes all the way down your back, and this particular model, unlike the GP Air I had, this goes quite a lot lower, protecting right down to the coccyx bone, or the lowest part of your back. Getting off the bike with that is nowhere near enough force for it to deploy. It's only going to happen in the event of an accident, similar to how it happens with seat belts or airbags in your car. Okay, so what is it like out and about in real world situations? Very good. Once you've got this Airvest on, you cannot actually feel it whatsoever. I think obviously you've got to get the right size, so when you look on the website, then choose whether you want the medium or the large according to your body size. But the armhole's actually quite large, so they don't interrupt you on your shoulders or under your armpits. There's no pressure on your chest or waist. The other thing to consider, of course, is if you're going to wear this under or over existing clothing that you've got, such as a touring jacket, in which case you will need to go a size bigger. But should you get it wrong, just send it back and they'll replace it with the correct size. The GP Air that I wore when I crashed at Donnington is in fact a tighter sort of fit, befitting that of leathers. So again, you have to be mindful of the sizing that is right for you at that point. So all in all, a very comfortable, light garment. And of course, even if it was slightly uncomfortable, that is far outweighed by the security and the safety feeling that this garment gives you. So on that basis, I do highly recommend it. I'm a fan of all airbag systems. They all do a job to one point or level of another. So have a look out there, see what you think's the right for you. I would just say that Helite and Airvest have been around the game super long time, and they include the neck protection standard as and when the airbag is deployed. So just make sure you've got the things covered that you believe are the most important to you. Well, Aid from Which Bike here. I'm with Lee from Airvest, and I'd like to just tell you a bit more about your company, what you're offering. Obviously, I'm a great believer, as people have seen. If you haven't seen my video, I put a link down where I crashed the first time I ever wore one. Saving my upper body, I'll never leave home without one. But Lee's going to tell us a bit more about the company and also why you should get one and the difference it makes.
Okay, hi everybody. Well, obviously Aid returned the vest after the high side a few weeks ago. We've checked it over, it's all fine, and Aid is wearing the vest again today. We're here courtesy of Bennett's, who are, in fact, it's their first track day of 2020.
Oh, right.
Yeah, first one that they're doing. And really it's here, and thank you very much to Bennett's, because obviously they're starting to take airbag seriously. Airbags are not new. There are many different airbags out there in the marketplace. All airbags are great.
Absolutely.
However, what happens, people often ask us the question, well, what's the difference between that airbag and that airbag? Our airbags, and by the way, we do track version, we have road vest versions. Yeah, got the high-vis version. High-vis, black.
And you got ones, these are actually built into the jackets.
Built into the jacket, so we do the shorter blues on.
That's actually really smart.
Touring.
Yes, that's a nice touring one.
Adventure jacket, leather jacket as well, where all of the airbags are inbuilt. Our airbags are worn on the outside, as you've got on, an airbag worn on the outside. What that actually allows is the biggest difference, is that if it was to inflate, it will allow much greater volume. Our airbags generally about 50% bigger in size than the competition. Purely because they're worn outside. Our hashtag is size matters, and hence the reason it's the bigger airbag. It sits underneath the helmet, so it's stopping the hyperextension, flexion of the neck. All of our jackets, vests and jackets have what we call the turtle technology, which is the back protector, which is on the outside, and the airbag on the inside. So all of the Helite airbags have turtleneck, bar some which we also use for in equestrian. Basically what that means is if you have a fall and you land on your back, the transmitted energy is being transmitted through the whole of your body rather than having the energy of the back protector on your back, which is the equivalent of nearly 50 back protectors. And I'm going to demonstrate what I mean by that now, and I'll show you.
On me, apparently.
On you.
Right, so let's...
Well, you're handily prepared for me. Okay.
Right, now, okay, Lee,
Really,
be gentle, mate, be gentle.
Well, just very quickly, the lanyard is tethered underneath the seat of the bike.
Yeah.
Okay, tether it securely to the framework of the bike,
Absolutely.
and then you adjust it to the length that you're comfortable with. Everything is about comfort. The size of the jacket, the length of the lanyard, primarily it's what you're comfortable with, with the movement that you do.
Yeah.
Get on the bike and you clip yourself in. 30 kilo, depending on the size, you've got a 30 kilo resistance, which means when you forget, and you will forget,
I've done it a few times.
You will. You're just going to get a tug that's reminding you that you're still attached.
Yeah, because I'm wearing it, people go, well, didn't it go off when you get off the bike? I go, well, no, because that power of the forces you get off is nowhere near enough. It's got ball bearing technology. It's got to push that ball bearing, hasn't it, to put the air in.
Correct. And it's got to be over 30 kilo, which I'm now going to demonstrate.
Oh, hold on a second.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. One. You be kind enough, eh, to just step out there.
Oh my God. It's still quite comfy.
Now, I'd like you to keep nice and still.
Oh my God.
You're going to see how hard I'm going to hit you.
Sideways on?
No, I need you that way. If you keep nice and still.
Flipping neck. Oh, all right, okay. That'll do. Flipping neck. It's the noise that scared me. Oh my God.
So the energy of the baseball bat moves you, but you get no energy actually on your back.
That was actually amazing. I mean, basically that would have crippled me if I wasn't wearing an Airvest. And that is similar to the forces you might happen if you come off a bike or the handlebar hits you, the bike hits you, or hit a side barrier. So yeah.
But going back to it, now it's fully inflated. Now with a helmet on, your head's not going anywhere. And if you turn around here, now we've got working in conjunction with the hub.
I can't move much with my no helmet.
Yeah, correct. Then working in conjunction with the hump here, it's protecting the whole of your back.
That's amazing.
And then on the front, you've got the exactly same front.
Yeah, this bit is really important. People who are watching this video out there, this bit's important. You make sure you get a vest that covers the neck properly, because it's a common injury. Great protection of your upper body, your ribs, your cage, and your vital organs, but the neck, incredibly important. So make sure you ask what the airbag supplier you're talking to, does it protect the neck properly from this hyperextension?
Correct.
Was it hyperextension or hypertension?
Well, you've got extension and flexion. Hyperextension flexion, which is the forward
something else, yeah.
Whiplash.
I'd like to say I enjoyed that, Lee, but actually I didn't.
Well, now it's starting to go down, so we can see that it's going down. And really just to finish off, open it up here, and what we can then see is that we would take out the old canister, screw in a new, because that is discharged. So take out the old canister, reset the lanyard, because the lanyard has gone with the bike. So put the lanyard back via an Allen key, which you've done already. Allen key at the bottom, reset the lanyard, and then the vest is easy to use again.
I found it simple.
Which is important to stress. If you have a simple drop or a simple off, there's no waste of the day. You've just got to put a new canister in, reset the lanyard.
That crash at Donnington I had, obviously it deployed. I came back in, I was all well, and then Bikke immediately, he was taking out the fire blade straight after me. He said, right, I'm having that vest, because he saw it being used in the way it does to protect you, and he thought, right, I'm now wearing it. And what I did was, I just very quickly, with the instructions of the bright that it'll give you, very simply, put it back in there so it's ready for its next deployment. Yeah. And there's no annual maintenance kind of fee.
No, one-off. Yeah, it's a one-off charge. So the road vest, you can be anywhere between sort of the 500 to mid 500, 500, 550 for the road version, and then the track version at 650. But also
10% off, Which Bike 10 voucher.
But also, just so you're aware as well, we have also the electronic version of this, So the GPR and the road vest, we have them available now in electronic as well. So no
there's
lanyard.
no lanyard to worry about, but it senses GPS
exactly. It senses all the different ergonomics, all the different movements that you get.
That's
Thousands
all
of
clever.
them. All
So it's a
very,
little bit
very
more
clever.
expensive.
A little bit more
Essentially, does the same job. It's about even more mobility, not worrying about the lanyard attachment part of it.
And Helite also thought very carefully and very good is the fork sensor as well. So as well as the sensor in the vest, which is reading your movement, this is reading the movement on the bike. So if your samples were stationary, some traffic lights, the car hit the bike.
So combined together, you don't have to have this, but combined together it's even more powerful.
Most of the guys who do track don't have the fork sensor because it's primarily for track, so there's no, you're not cars, posts and trees, you're not seeing, but it's great.
Right, see what it means. If that wheel hits the back of a car that suddenly stopped, that's going to sense that actually before you're going to come off.
Correct.
So it actually preempts.
Correct.
The lanyard.
Yes. So if a car was to rear end you at a traffic light, the sensor on the fork will read it before the sensor on the.
Yeah, brilliant. And like if you've got multiple bikes, like you get multiple lanyards, get multiple of those.
Correct.
Yeah, no problem at all. Okay, well make sure you go to airvest.co.uk for more information about what he's been telling us, and there you'll see the full range of these fantastic products. Just basically, don't leave home without it. Invest in yourself.